Radiotherapy sucks. Oh, you know what? It fucking sucks. The last couple days have been intense, especially yesterday. It started, I would say, on Wednesday that I really started sensing that I was getting increased symptoms as a result of the radiotherapy. Wasn't that bad on Wednesday, wasn't that bad on Thursday, wasn't that bad on Friday, but it's like every day was getting a little worse. And the thing is, like, it's hard to tell exactly because usually when I wake up in the morning, I'm feeling better, and then it's usually the next couple hours that determine how good or how bad of a day it's gonna be. And yeah, Saturday was the first day where I'm like, yeah, okay, this is getting worse. It's probably not gonna go away anytime soon, even though they told me like it's possible you'll have no side effects. If you do, it could last days or weeks. We don't really know. But yeah, Saturday I really started feeling it. It's usually near the end of the day after, especially after doing the live. I love doing the live, interacting with everyone, answering questions, but it probably was not the best idea in retrospect. But you know, live and learn. But as a result of that and radiotherapy and everything else, Sunday, yesterday, was the worst day. And even though I'm very optimistic usually, sometimes to the point of delusion, I'm pretty sure that today's gonna suck too. Hopefully less than yesterday, because yesterday was the worst day so far. And the beauty of it is, and yes, I'm super sarcastic, the beauty of it is, it wasn't just side effects as a result of the radiotherapy that I recently got in my lungs. It was still side effects of the radiotherapy that I got in my brain over 3 months ago at this point. So just to kind of summarize yesterday, I was sore from not sleeping well for the last few days as a result of having breathing issues and coughing. So woke up sore, which definitely sucks. And then throughout the day, the soreness increased and I started getting pains in my back because the only way that I could breathe, or the best way that I could breathe, was by just sitting on the couch very erect, very straight. And every time I shifted my position and kind of got into something that should be more comfortable, it just made it more difficult for me to breathe. So as a result of that, I spend most of the day in that, it wasn't an uncomfortable position, but spend, an extended period of time in any position whatsoever, it is going to become uncomfortable and is going to start causing pain. And that's what happened. So pain, random like discomfort as a result of not sleeping well, plus lower back pain that increased throughout the day. That was the first thing. Second thing, of course, difficulty breathing. So if you've ever had asthma, you'll know exactly what this feels like because it feels exactly the same. It's just that shortness of breath of you can never take a full deep breath. And sometimes just sitting down, you're like out of breath. You feel out of breath like you just ran and you're like, I'm just sitting here, I'm not doing anything. Intercut by exactly this, coughing throughout the entire fucking day. And I mean, at this point, I'm used to coughing. I've coughed so much in the last year, and especially in the last month since the coughing kind of went away for a couple of months, but then came back, and now it's just more intense. To the point where it's like, sometimes you start coughing and you can't stop coughing, and you're like, okay, I might throw up. Like that level of coughing that it was yesterday, which definitely sucks. I didn't throw up, but it's like that sensation of like I'm coughing uncontrollably, and that sensation of like, oh shit, something's gonna come out. So yeah, definitely not great. Also, so that was kind of the symptoms that I had as a result of the recent radiotherapy in my lungs. Added to that, the headache as a result of diminishing the medication dose for the swelling in my head as a result of the radiotherapy I got there 3 months or so ago. And like when I started feeling that, I'm just like, yeah, okay. I usually try to avoid taking drugs as much as I can, taking medication and stuff like that. But given everything else that I'm dealing with today, I just cannot fucking deal with the headache on top of that. So I did take an Tylenol in the morning yesterday, and then another one in the afternoon to kind of deal with that. So I did still have slight headache in periods throughout the day, but given everything else, like it wasn't that big a deal. And this morning, like I at least, the good news. Let me be slightly positive. For the last almost week or so, I haven't really felt that pressure in my head that I felt before when I was diminishing the dose. Just every once in a while, it's like I get a headache, which is good because that pressure, that sensation of like I can literally feel my brain pressing against my skull, like that pressure is almost worse than the headache because it's just, I don't know how to describe it. Like if you've never experienced that, you can't really understand, but it's just like that sense of pressure that just kind of like you're like, is it just gonna build and build? And my head's gonna blow up. Like that's what it feels like sometimes. So I'm really glad that I didn't experience that in the last couple of days. Just headaches every once in a while. So far this morning, a slight headache, but that might just be because I spent the whole night and I wasn't drinking. So I'm just gonna drink a bunch of water. I'm hoping it's gonna be better, better today, but it's hard to tell waking up because I always feel better when I wake up in the morning. So it's just a question of seeing how I feel. Like there's definitely still some breathlessness, as you can see, still some coughing. Although it's not usually that intense in the morning, it kind of gets more and more intense throughout the day. And the only solution that I found to avoid coughing too much is for some reason when I suck on ice cubes, maybe it's the fact that there's always a little water going down my throat and it just kind of overcomes or like cancels out that urge to cough that you sense in your throat. And maybe that's it. I don't know exactly, but that's pretty much the only solution I found. The problem is, even though so far it seems like it might be a better day today than it was yesterday, yesterday I literally did nothing. I made it a point to just sit on the couch and watch TV and eat all day. That's all I did. Unfortunately, today I have two medical appointments at two different hospitals, which means a lot of walking, a lot of riding public transport, and no access to ice. Because, I mean, even if I did bring ice cubes, they would melt very quickly. So I guess my only solution today is just bring the water bottle, take sips as often as I can. I'm assuming I'm going to get winded from just walking because at this point that's what's happening. I don't know what to expect, so it's a short distance the walk to the metro, and then I can sit there for a while, and then a short distance the walk to the hospital. So we'll see what happens. It's just the second appointment. I'm really not looking forward to it because in order to get there, okay, I have to ride the metro, which is fine, or subway, metro in French and Spanish. I always forget. And the thing is, like, I think in the UK as well, they say metro instead of subway, so I never know which one to say. But anyway, you get the point. Public transport. All that to say, I have to ride the subway, get out, and then literally climb a hill all the way to the hospital. And I usually kind of get out of breath, even when I'm kind of doing better than I am. And now it's like, okay, I get out of breath from just walking. So having to climb a hill to get to a hospital, that's really gonna suck. So my goal is today just give myself as much time as I need to get to my appointments. Even if it means I get there an hour early, I just want to make sure like I can take as many breaks as I can. So yeah, it's funny because talking actually normally triggers my coughing, but I haven't really coughed that much in this video. So I guess it's like the fact that I'm in performance mode, I guess, or the fact that I'm focusing on the camera to record this seems to make it easier for me to not cough, which is very strange. So anyway, just wanted to record what I thought would be a quick video, but turns out it's going to be a full 10-minute video anyway. So yeah, I considered not making a video today, but I'm like, the whole point of this is to share the experience as I'm going through it. It sucks now, but it's not so bad that I can't record a video, so let's just get it done and then deal with the rest of the day, and hopefully tomorrow things will be better. So yeah, Conclusion is radiotherapy fucking sucks. But, I don't regret it. It's the best decision given the situation. And, it's either that or, oh, okay, your lung could collapse and, potentially this will get rid of the symptoms. So I don't regret doing it. It's just in this moment, it's very crappy. So, yeah, check back in probably tomorrow.